Okay, looks like we are all here. Hello out there, cyberspace. And I see, even though I keep saving this, it keeps cutting off. Do we only have 5 people? Yeah, we do only have 5 people. That's why. Okay. So I think we're all squared away now. I'm not sure what you don't see listed. I missed something. Oh, can't you load the module? Yes, yes. Need to load the modules. It's always something. Wow, somebody got a bunch more Fantasy Ground stuff. Holy guacamole. So, welcome to Kobold Kindergarten. Where I'm trying to get everything in here because some of the stuff I don't have. I'm not sure if you guys are allowed to see that or not, but heck, I'll put it in there for you. I think that's everything you're actually going to need. Because, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. And now my Fantasy Grounds. There we go. Then Fantasy Grounds locks up. It's always something. So, yeah. I am your Dungeon Master, EvenNote, and we are returning to the lovely village of Beggar's Hole, and I've got some kind of text going that I'm going to go ahead and take out. While I'm doing that, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Which way are we going on this one? Left to right or right to left?
Oh, let's go left to right and start with Bori!
This is your friendly neighborhood dwarven cleric by the name of Bori Carthag, who's a bit of an idiot, but that's okay because he worships a demon lord and that makes him cool.
I mean, just because your int is so low, I take a point of psychic damage from you every time you think doesn't mean you're an idiot. Well, yeah, actually, I guess it does.
When you say it out loud like that,
One of these days, I'm actually going to get Kobold Kindergarten started on time, and I'm going to be completely prepared and not rushing around. And it's really sad that I've been prepping crazily for this for like the last 2 days, and I'm still scrambling. Lulu and Lottie.
Hi, my name is Lulu, and I'm your friendly neighborhood cockroach.
What kind of hat is Lulu wearing? It looks like she's still got
She's
her.
still got her. She's still got her New Orleans mask thing on. I haven't changed it because I don't know what we're doing.
It does look very nice, and you're going to find out what we're doing very soon. And
And
might as well introduce
Lulu's
Lottie too.
companion is Lottie, the wild mage, gnome person.
hello, it's Lulu's companion, not that Lottie has a
I know.
cockroach. No, no.
No, Lottie doesn't have a cockroach. Lulu has a gnome.
I'm Punchy the Tall Folk. I'm a halfling monk, and I only appear average, but I'm actually really working hard, trying very hard to represent the hero, the Order of the Halfling Fist, and I'm mostly just around here to punch things.
And be naked.
Sometimes that too. And I really like to protect animals, and
Yes.
this party likes to protect animals too. So hey, we're all good, and get tattoos.
Oh, yes.
Bori likes
Don't
to
forget the
hug the
tattoos.
owlbear.
Bori likes to hug everything. Almost.
That's not inaccurate.
Hugo.
Greetings out there in cyberspace. I am comic relief playing Hugo, the human bard, and I do like animals. I like them fried and boiled and baked, and they're delicious.
Okay. The DM will find a way to get him back for that. If Punchy doesn't beat me to it. Or really any one of you.
I would say, well, Bori likes them broiled and fried too, so, I mean.
Well, that's true.
I mean, you could argue that having to be in a party with Bori, Punchy, and Lottie, and Hugo and well, not Hugo. Well, I guess Hugo's the one that has to be in the party with us. It's like a gate. Is it to keep someone out or to keep someone in, kind of a thing?
Ooh.
That's okay, Hugo. We can sneak off to the kobold fried rat and score some animals.
There you go.
I still
They
have
do
those
have
coupons actually.
cauliflower alternatives, just so you know.
You have your own franchise, don't you? Well, maybe not yet.
Not yet. We're getting to that. Yeah, that's actually going to come up shortly within this episode. But just to give a recap, our heroes here have returned to Beggar's Hole to refresh, renew, and recuperate after their latest daring adventure. Thanks to their previous deeds, they were invited to a masquerade party by the Marquis de Machero, not Maraschino, Bori, only to find that their host was a Cambion in disguise. The friendly woman who greeted them, the one they thought might be a vampire, the one they were actually suspicious of, turned out to be a good guy, a Deva who was working with the Arium to bring the Marquis to justice. Yes, Lord Maraschino in the land of Burrito. The town where the masquerade party was called a burrito. Thanks largely to our brave crew, the Marquis, or as his real name was, Acro, is now languishing in the Nine Hells. Meanwhile, now that the curse on Beggar's Hole has been lifted, and boss kobold Atticus Gonk has been persuaded to be a bit more generous, because all the kobolds used to be living in, yeah, they were completely destitute. But now the village is thriving, because you guys, lifted the curse on the village, and persuaded Gonk to be a little more generous, which I'm also getting to. The Kobold's Tail, the tavern, is now clean, although you can still order a dirty kobold there and get one. And you may actually see a dirty kobold or two in there, but the kobold behind the bar is no longer dirty. And it is expanding. It's going to be having a little more room. It is open but under construction right now. And one of the things they're adding is a second floor where they'll eventually have some rooms to rent. The kobolds, lured by the prospect of shiny things, have been enthusiastically mining the mountains that surround the town, and they have carved out really massive amounts of rock, enough to substantially increase the available real estate in the town. Now, some of that added space is taken up by a rooming house, a general store, the official Kobold Union headquarters of Beggar's Hole, a guard tower, an armory, several farms, some more houses are going up. There's a tattoo parlor. There's Kiti's now flourishing flower farm. And of course, a branch office of the SPCC, which stands for various things. It was originally Society for the Protection of Cute Creatures, I think. But now it's also something about Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Creatures, but now it's also the Society which is pro cute cats or something. Society for Fighting
No,
Cute
I
Cats.
think it's actually I think it's actually the School for Psychic Carrion Crawlers.
Oh, I think that's a new one. A punchy animal lover that he is does have an SPCC tattoo, rather tramp stamp. And since Punchy likes to be naked, there's a good chance you might get to see it at some point. Soup, popcorn, chicken, cheese. Okay.
That's Bori's interpretation.
So the boat back from Ibrito, not Burrito, has dropped you off at the docks, and you have trudged up the roads through the gate to the Kobold's Tail. When you see a familiar fellow who doesn't want to resize here. It's your buddy Yik Yak the Kobold.
Yik Yak, how you doing, buddy?
And Yik Yak is very eager to talk to you. He tells you the village heroes, or the village kobolds, want to repay you heroes by building you whatever kind of houses you would like. They'll probably be made mostly of rock, but he tells you they have been, there are kobolds in neighboring villages who, have mostly forests and no rock, so they can, trade wood for lumber. So they can probably, if you want a house made out of something other than rock, they can probably work something out with trading. but they're very grateful to you. They have lots of space now where they can build your houses. So once you know what kind of house you want, you want to let Yik Yak know what you want it to be made of. If there's a style, whether you like Tudors or Craftsman style, if you want lots of skylights or balconies, how many floors, how many bedrooms and bathrooms, any special rooms, special requests, stuff like that. Whether you want a big house or a small house. It is my understanding that Punchy is going to want a dojo with his house. Lottie and Lulu want a tower, and Bori basically wants a Corvair fried rat franchise with a little room in the back for him to sleep in.
Yep.
Nothing else, Bori?
I thought that was a pretty tall order, actually. So yeah, I mean, it's an entire franchise of Corvair Fried Rat. So, although that will, I suppose, help
Settlers of
stimulate the
Kobold
economy.
Tan. I
But
just saw that. Settlers. Oh, that's good.
well, as soon as you said it's trading rock for lumber, that's the first thing that came in my mind. Is I was like, okay, who are we trading to for wool? Like,
I've actually never played Settlers of Catan. Catan?
I've heard it pronounced like a million ways.
Yeah, Catan is usually the what I hear, but yeah, either way.
If anyone is ready now, like I said, like Bori, I'm guessing you would also want a bathroom.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's. Well, I guess that would be part of the room in the back. Yeah,
Do you
kind of
want a
like a.
separate kitchen, or are you just going to eat KFR all the time?
Yeah, kitchen's a kitchen, whether it's being used to cook KFR or
Well,
whatever else.
if this place is open for business, Bori wants, it might not be good for business if Bori wanted something other than KFR and was out in the kitchen, because KFR is kind of like a fast food place. You can kind of look back and see them making the food. And if
Just a
Why
half-naked dwarf just
Why would
randomly
Bori
making.
not want KFR?
That's a better question too. Like,
that's true. But you guys are going to travel a
variety.
lot. You'll find delicacies, and you might want something KFR doesn't carry. Or you might be
Okay, well,
entertaining your friends who might not, not everyone is a big fan of fried rat.
we'll go for the in-law suite where you kind of have the bathroom and the mini kitchen and a little living space and a bed, like all in one kind of you know cube.
Okay, Bori wants in-law suite. I need to write this down. Because I might not remember that.
Although to be fair, the first thing I was thinking of is when you asked all those questions. Is I was like, why are you asking difficult questions? So I'm giving him a point of psychic damage for having to think
I'm
about
absolutely good with that.
for
Does it?
having to think about like bathroom. Ow!
And I know Lottie and Lulu want a tower, a tall tower, right? Not a 20-foot kobold tower.
No, yeah, I don't want a tower made out of kobolds.
No. Although that would be interesting.
Then again,
And Punchy wants a dojo.
I probably don't want more than 4 stories, maybe, because Lulu has to climb. I think
I
more than
wonder
4
if the
stories will take
kobolds
her
could.
too long to get to the top.
I wonder if the kobolds could make her like a little elevator, or even something like a dumbwaiter.
So Punchy goes up to Yik Yak or one of the kobolds and says, "Okay, I've completed my blueprint design, and I'm going to. This is what I would like the kobolds to build."
I'm actually looking at this design, and it's a shame it's not on
The
my
things in
computer,
the
but
middle, in case you want to know, the things in the middle are either trees or rocks. I guess it's kind of whatever you guys want to do. And then there's those squares are like pillars, and then the things to the guy who's me with the Order of the Halfling Fist, and I'm like punching through walls and stuff. Those guys to the right, that's you, because you can learn. I have had a revelation. You guys can become honorary members of the Order of the Halfling Fist, and we can create an Order of the Kobold Fist, and I can teach you how to train in this dojo, and that's why I put you there. You don't need to be there the whole time, though. You can actually go home and stuff.
I wish I had a good way of putting this drawing on the screen. I'll have to.
Should just be able to right click and save it at the very least. Put it up in XSplit if you want.
For some reason, XSplit will not display Discord images. I've tried many, many, many times. In fact, we tried last time because I was trying to do the spiritual hammer because I had forgotten to do Toko. You will all be very, very, very happy to know there is now a token of the spiritual hammer.
Woohoo!
Oh, excellent. It's linked. Yeah, my Discord didn't even light up with that. Normally it does. But yeah, that is a lovely, lovely image.
Oh my god, I just saw the drawing.
It is linked in Twitch chat. So yeah. Does anyone else have any instructions for Yik Yak right now?
Not at the moment. I'll have to think about it.
Okay. And do you have any questions for Yik Yak regarding your housing?
I don't, at least not offhand.
Okay, because if you do have any questions, Yik Yak would be happy to answer them. He's very fond of you guys. If not, moving on, you do notice Yik Yak, I mean, he smiles when he's looking at you and talking to you, but he seems anxious and a little bit down. He's kind of a little more jittery than usual, which is saying something because he's a kobold. And like I said, he looks at you and he smiles when he looks at you, but when he looks away, his smile just kind of fades very quickly.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah, it is, because Yik Yak's usually a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, in your experience. And, yeah, he says this. Well, kobolds will be happy to help you guys.
But,
But, are you
well,
looking at my
you
butt?
sounded like, well, you sounded like there was a but at the end of that.
No, Yik Yak just got a lot on kobold mind.
I don't think that's what butts usually sound like.
But things not going very well.
Well, Yik Yak, I mean, we're here for you. What can we do for you? What can we do for the Order of the Kobold Fist?
Oh, I like that. Order of Kobold Fist. Well,
Clearly, I start beaming. I'm very excited that he likes this idea.
well, you see, you notice you don't hear kobold minecarts running, and dirty kobold or kobold's tails full of kobolds. Kobolds in mines getting attacked by bad things, and kobolds getting hurt. And now the Kobold Union on strike for better working conditions and safer conditions. So, we want to build houses, but Kobold have to mine rocks to build houses. Either use rocks for build or trade rocks for other stuffs. And we can't build houses till mines get running again so we can get more rock.
Are you saying the only thing stopping you from building the amazing test dojo here is that I have not yet punched things?
You could say that. And
You could punch your rock.
we tried to get Swoballs to help, but they won't help us. They don't think they're above regular kobolds. Also, because ordinary kobolds like to bite Swoballs because of their attitudes. But Master Gonk said he will reward anybody who goes down in the mines and clears out the bad things so the kobolds can get back to work. And you know Master Gonk is very generous.
Oh yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Lottie? What do you think, Lulu? What do you think, Hugo? What do you think? What do you think, Lulu?
I love Lulu voice. Also, we lost Bori.
Notice I didn't ask what Bori thinks. I started to, and then I changed.
Bori's head could be a source of rocks.
Well, I think he realized. It just says Bori Karthag connection lost, and that happened just as you were started to ask him what he thought. So I'm wondering, did he actually start to think, and it knocked him offline? Hey, he's back.
There we go.
Punchy nearly just made you think. And we were.
Yeah, I heard him right as I left out. I heard the, what do you think? Move on to the next person.
Yeah, he caught himself in time. He didn't want to cause another point of psychic damage, but we were wondering if you figured it out and that, knocked you offline because of thinking.
It was that powerful.
Oh, yes, the thoughts of Bori.
Lead on, Yik Yak. Point us in that direction, and we are going to solve your problem.
One thing you guys might want to do is, you were headed into the Kobold's tail to get something to eat and maybe wash up a bit, maybe even because you are just fresh back from the masquerade party.
Oh, well, that sounds great. Do we have time to eat first? That's even better.
Yeah, this is probably not going to be a short adventure. So I'm thinking you guys want to fuel up. Or
You will never have to twist Bori's arm when it comes to getting chow.
Mine's very, very big. Take long time to go through. So yeah, eat first. And you notice Yik Yak still just seems, you're eating. I'm guessing you guys would generously buy Yik Yak a meal because
He's my friend, for sure.
I'm just guessing you would invite him to eat with you. And you notice he's definitely in a better mood than he was. But he still seems kind of distracted, and every so often he catches himself and he'll start to sigh, and he'll like look at you guys and sort of catch himself and look down at his plate. He still looks a little unhappy.
Does Bori actually notice this?
Okay, I will take a perception or investigation check, your choice.
No.
Bori is completely oblivious and probably spilled gravy on himself.
That's status quo, pretty much.
Thank you for the food. It's very good.
I can't help but notice, Mr. Yak, that you don't seem like you're because we're gonna win. If that'll make you feel better, that'll help, right? That's what you want, right?
Yeah, me too, though. Who, Mr. Yak? You call Yik Yak Mr. Yak? That funny? We friends. You call me Yik or Yik Yak, but Mr. Yak. I mean,
It's hard to be nice to someone when they're almost ready to cry.
well, there's something Yik Yak really, really wants from the mines, but Yik Yak not rich like Master Gonk. Yik Yak can't pay money to peoples to go get it.
You're an honorary member of the Order of the Halfling Fist, I think. I haven't asked them. But either way, you are my brother, Mr. Yak. I will do this for you. What do you need?
You want Kobold for brother? Now you make Kobold want to cry with happy tears. Well, way down deep, lowest levels of the mine, there are crystals, and Yik Yak has been studying. You know, Yik Yak has been learning teleport stuff. And there are crystals down there that I need. It's kind of a secret, and I don't. Kobold doesn't want to tell people in case it doesn't work. But if I could get those crystals, I could make super special shiny thingamathing, and it would be really useful. And Kobold could give you one.
I mean, I really kind of meant more like second cousin, but you know.
Either way, I'm sure your family reunions are fascinating.
Sure, we'll get this crystal for you.
Oh,
If we need to
Yik
get
Yak would love
crystals,
that.
we're
They're
probably going to
very,
need a
very
barrel.
shiny crystals, but they're pretty small. I mean, you could fit a lot of them in a bucket of KFR. If
Are
you
they?
eat the KFR first.
Do they weigh more than a duck?
No, they're pretty small crystals, but they're very, very shiny.
Bori, you better bring 2 buckets. You double bucket, Bori.
He's
I'm a
double
Bori
bucket
on the
Bori. He's a
edge.
Bori on the edge. Oh, you knew that was coming. So Yik Yak now seems much happier, and you guys have a nice meal, and you chat, and you tell him all about your adventures at the masquerade ball, and he's alternately appalled. He gets very scared when he talks about how your masks were melting to your faces and you couldn't get them off. But in the end, he's very happy that you guys vanquished the Marquis, and you're back safely, and you're gonna help the town, and you're gonna help him. So you eat, you drink, you're merry, and then he leads you to the mines. A long shaft looms before you. The air is heavy with soot and the faint odor. Oh, what? Wrong dungeon. I had to.
The hatchery. The hatchery. The hatchery.
That was actually from the pit.
Oh, I know.
But he leads you to the mine entrance, where you do indeed find 3 long shafts looming before you. Only because the map I got from Dungeon Maps has 3 shafts on it, or there would have been 1. There's no significance to the other 2 shafts, in case anyone was wondering.
I want to say damn right every time she says shaft. Wow, that's easy to say. She says shaft. Wow.
You find yourself. Actually, let me put you guys on the map here. And I'm just going to put you on, drag you on there in the order that you're come off the combat tracker, and then you can position yourself wherever close to the middle one, because that is where you descend.
Oh, there are letters.
Oh crap! Why are those visible? I know why they're visible. Shoot. Okay, I need to take them off. Because I put them on the wrong way.
Well, I would imagine Bori would probably be up towards the front.
The G stand for good. We're here.
The G stand for gyoza, which means we should go eat them.
Yeah, pretend you didn't see them. Yeah, that's because I dragged them on from the encounter and not from the other place I could have dragged them from. Well, I just told you it was an encounter, so I guess it doesn't matter, right? So, yes, along
Hey,
with
any
that,
meeting with us is more than likely to be an encounter.
Not all encounters have combat.
No, but this one does. And you also see directly in front of you.
Those are large things.
They are large things. But I'll describe the room first. So you descend a very long ladder or rope or something. Actually, I was thinking ladder, but I actually put rope when I wrote this up, so whatever. Down into the mine itself, which is very, very cold. It is quite a bit colder than it is on the surface, even though you're only about 20 feet deep so far. The room you're in is very large, with the three shafts to your north, two of them boarded up. The middle one's the usable one. The floors, walls, and ceiling are gray. I was about to say drip with ooze, but no, they are gray stone. It's You can see there's like some frost on it. You can also see if you zoom in, you might be able to see my frost brush from Corel Painter, which was pretty awesome and really helped make the dungeon look colder. The walls to the east and west are solid, and there seems to be a hallway to the south.
Random query for the DM. Um, Little bit of retroactive stuff. I just noticed we have some items that we got from the end of the previous adventure. Would we have had time to attune to / identify them on our boat ride back to Beggar's Hole?
It was a pretty long boat ride, so yes, I'm going to give you that.
Okay. I have a candle of invocation in my inventory that is unidentified.
Well, I got several things in my inventory which I identified. I figured I'd make a list and figure it out later.
I
That's
just
fair
hit
too.
I to open my inventory and it didn't work.
Anyway, as your eyes adjust to the gloom, you hear strange gurgling noises and see four giant toads staring menacingly at you. Roll for initiative.
I guess they don't want to talk.
No.
Rolled a 1. Hey, I'm lucky I get to re-roll a 1. 3.
What world are we in?
Yeah. I'm really excited that you rolled a 20 in this game.
I don't think I've rolled above a 5 for initiative in the last, 6 months.
That probably means that Bori has something with giant toads, I would think. That would be particularly motivating to him to do whatever action he's going to do.
Yeah, frog legs are delicious.
I was getting ready to say, fried toad legs.
Hypnotoads? Anyway, Bori, you're up.
All right. Well, there's a lot of these, so we're gonna start off with the spiritual hammer behind giant toad number 2.
Okay, look what I actually get to do here. Wait, which one is number 2?
The one to my right.
Whee!
That one. There is the spiritual hammer.
And that's summoned as a bonus action, which means we're gonna go and do the inherent attack with it.
What is with you?
That is a
I'm
hit.
I'm
And
I'm not my
wherever
warlock,
you got
apparently.
Your new dice, I want to get some of my own.
Apparently, not having tentacles works.
Yeah, my warlock couldn't do a dang thing the entire session. All right, so we're gonna smack him, and then we're gonna smack him with the actual warhammer.
That is also a hit.
Get pasted.
And he's. I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't have given you 4 of them because they do have a lot of hit points, but the CR was right, so. So, okay. Giant Toad number 2 is a little bit wounded.
And that is everything I got.
Hugo.
Okay. I think I've got everything set up here. One moment, please.
I also just realized I never changed my description on Discord or on Twitch. So it says that I'm running haunted halls on DDO, which I'm not.
Well, depending on how this combat goes, they may be haunted halls.
Well, that's true.
Haunted with barbecue sauce, maybe.
All right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to move up there, and then I am going to cast Thunderclap.
Clap that thunder.
Nice.
I don't know how to draw or anybody know how to do a area?
You want
It's a
circle,
5 foot
cone?
radius.
Want circle, cone?
Well, I can draw the circle, but how do you get it to actually, affect the inhabitants?
It's one of the boxes up is target friendly units, and there's some target enemy units, things like that. And I think you can, through that, somehow do a attack cone. I think.
I can never remember.
Okay.
I got it to work once, and I can never remember how I did it.
Yeah, we'll try
I
it.
totally missed the question, so I was trying to figure out how sorcerers work.
How to place an AoE, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just throw it on.
Yeah.
Just throw it on Toad 1, see what happens.
I have yet to figure out the exact set of steps that allow you to target correctly and get it to automatically apply on everybody.
I did it once in Waterdeep, and I haven't been able to pull it off since.
Okay, Giant Toad number 1 has failed his save. Now, how many should that affect, or what radius should that affect? Should it just affect one?
It's a 5 foot radius, so it should cover both of those guys, but yet miss Bori and Punchy.
Okay, well, just also
I suppose I can throw cast on the other ones and see if he fails. I mean, that should work. Yeah.
cast it at
Yeah,
one
if
as
you
well.
do multiple saving throws, it will hold their throw status when you roll damage on them later. We do know that much.
Oh, cool. All right.
And that Giant Toad also fails his save. Giant Toad number 1 has an owie. And Giant Toad number 3,
Has a boo boo.
yeah, you barely even scratched his wart. But he every little point counts. You are perfectly welcome if you'd like to do the Will Wheaton "I'm helping" voice.
No, that's all right.
Those aren't warts, those are flavor bumps.
I was just taking a sip of iced tea. Thanks a lot. That was very, very nearly a monitor disaster. Okay, Giant Toad number 1 looks at Bori and thinks Bori looks pretty darn tasty. So
He's not really next to Bori though.
Oh wait, that's Giant Toad number 3. Whoops, got my. I have them on overlapping a little, so that's what was going on there. Where are his actions? Yeah. Okay. I'll get this figured out one of these days. Ha, here we go. Actions. 5 feet. Does he have that can reach to? He can't reach Bori, and he doesn't want to give Hugo an attack of opportunity. So instead, he's just going to try to bite Hugo. Ah, that is a hit. Toad has bitten Hugo. 4. Ow!
Ow.
And Hugo. I don't think that's a skill. I'm talking to myself here. Or an ability. Nope. So Hugo, roll me a d20. That is a fail. You are grappled.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a I would think it would be a strength check, but it doesn't matter. It's still a fail. I understand that, but I just.
Yeah, it just says escape DC 13 was all. So you are
Escaping
Okay,
a
cool.
grappled. I'm going to turn you on the side. And it's Giant Toad number 3's turn. Giant Toad number 3's like, I'll bite this guy for you since you couldn't reach him. And he tries to take a bite out of Bori. And he instead inhales a large mouthful of air and sits there rather uncomfortably riveting. Giant Toad
Does he
number...
burp?
He's trying, actually. Giant Toad number 2 also looks at Bori and is like, yeah, this guy looks tasty. That's gonna hit. Oh. And Bori, roll me a d20, or you do a check of. I'm thinking strength or dex to escape.
Typically, according to the standard grapple rules in the rule book, it's athletics versus for the grappler versus athletics or acrobatics on the part of the escapist. Not that Bori is good at either of those, but
And it needs to be. Not quite. Bori, you are also grappled.
now is it just for my own visualization? Is this grappled by like giant toad tongue, or are we like half gobbled?
That's a very good. I'm thinking giant toad tongue. That would be my guess.
Okay.
Okay, that was giant toad number 2's turn. Lottie. And by the way,
So,
Lottie and Hugo, you each have bardic inspiration.
oh, okay.
DM inspiration.
So Toad number 1 has Hugo, and Toad 2 has Bori.
Yes.
I'm going to cast my Chaos Bolt, but I'm going to twin spell it with one of my sorcery points. So I get to attack
Ooh.
2 targets rather than the one that Chaos Bolt normally does.
Hey, Evil Baker. Yeah, Comic couldn't hear me earlier either, but everybody else could. Is that any better?
And if I hit, it will be acid damage.
Well, apparently it doesn't have a save, so you did hit them each for a little bit of damage.
Oh wait, that's not
Oh, you
that's
just rolled
not
damage. You didn't roll the attack.
That's just for the type. That was just for what type my Chaos
Oh.
Bolt is. So my attack roll,
That is actually going to hit.
that hits that one, and then the other one,
That is also going to hit.
the damage. Oh, and then I need to roll my chaosness.
Ooh.
And that was acid damage.
Nice. Well, giant toad number 2 is definitely hurt, and giant toad number 1 has more than a bit of an owie.
And let me roll my chaos. To see
Giant
if
toad
anything
number
fun
3 just has that
happens.
slightly dented wart.
Phew. Okay.
I'm not sure
That's
what
me.
that flavor bump. Yeah, they're not warts, they're flavor bumps. Okay, that brings up giant toad number 4. And he's gonna hop on over here to Lottie and say,
Oh!
if toads could talk, he would be saying like, "You hurt my friends," but they can't. So that is gonna hit.
Most things do.
Ooh, Lottie is damaged, and Lottie, could I have what was it? Athletics or acrobatics?
Yep, escapist choice.
Okay, and I have no idea why.
I would
I
choose
have-
acrobatics.
So you guys here can actually hear me in the party in
Yeah.
Discord,
Yeah.
but for some
Yep.
reason I am not coming through. That might be an XSplit thing.
I just checked it on Twitch myself and just deafened Discord and put up the volume on Twitch. It sounds fine to me.
So acrobatics.
Acrobatics sounds good.
Is 13 good?
13 is just enough. You are not.
Phew!
You
have
are.
avoided inappropriate tonguing.
Okay. Well, actually, that's speakers. That probably didn't help at all. So I don't know. Oh, that was a bit better? Cool. Maybe I might have just had my mic turned too. Okay. Punchy.
I am very excited to be able to show just how powerful the Order of the Halfling Fist can be. So I'm going to run up to Giant Toad 3. And I'm going to do my attack action.
Go, Punchy. That's going to hit.
Yay!
Okay, now I bumped myself up so much that, oh no, I know what that echo was from, and it wasn't for that. And that's going to do a little bit of damage.
Now I'm going to spend a key point and do 2 with my flurry of blows.
Ooh. That's going to hit.
It's only 1 point of damage, but it must succeed on a dex save or be knocked prone.
Ooh.
Okay, now you're sounding fuzzy.
Yeah, you're way over modulated in Discord now.
The weird thing is I didn't even touch my Discord settings.
No, it's fine.
Okay. He needs a dex save?
Yep. I think it's basically 10.
Yeah, I think he just failed that. So what happens
Right.
to him?
Knocked prone.
Okay. And that's giant toad number 3, correct?
Yeah, I just put it on it. Now I'm going to use my second attack.
More attacks.
Yay!
Ooh, very nice.
Now it
If you
needs
could-
to make a strength save.
Okay, where did I put that toad? $18.
Okay, so it's not pushed back, but it is still prone. And that is my turn.
Okay. Lulu probably just is going to squeak at the toads and hope they don't try to eat her.
Yeah, she's laying low.
That's a good idea, because, toads, long tongues, insectivorous creatures.
Yeah.
well, not insectivorous. Well, she might be insectivorous. Cockroaches eat everything, but anyway. Bori! Bori is grappled, and I can't remember what grappled does.
Grappled. All right.
You do get a chance to escape, I believe.
Yep, a grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler becomes incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effect, such as when a creature is hurled away by the Thunderwave spell.
Oh.
Basically, I just can't move. I can still attack and do stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you are restrained, and while you're restrained, the good news is that the toad can't bite another target because
Restrained,
he's got
restrained and
Bori in his
grappled
mouth.
restrained and grappled are two slightly different effects.
Well, I am
Um,
reading this right off the official description of giant toads. On a hit, the target is grappled. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained, and the toad can't bite
okay,
another target.
okay, that means basically that anyone else attacking me has advantage,
Okay,
and my attack rolls have disadvantage, and
got
also disadvantage on dex saving throws. So, on the other
Bori, are
hand,
you still holding on to it?
basically hugging the tongue that's wrapped around me like a python. Um, on the other hand, that does not cause disadvantage on my spiritual hammer.
I'm just going to ask, does a giant toad number 2 need to make a save against the spiritual hammer?
No, that's strictly melee spell attacks,
Oops.
which is
Oh,
about
okay.
to be made right now. I think that's going to hit.
That is definitely going to hit.
Crunch! Okay, maybe not a crunch, but...
4 whole points, yeah.
Would you like some glaze with that hammer?
And...
That was terrible.
Well, as much as I would like to attempt to smack the giant toad... crap, I just realized... I can't do that because Healing Word is also a bonus action, and I just used my bonus action to swing at the giant toad. So
I actually have something that might help Lottie. Lottie, you haven't leveled up. You guys hit level 4 last time.
I'm not level 4 because I wasn't there for the testicle stuff.
Really, I'm not leveled up then either.
Yeah, well, I think
but
we kind of
we
came
all
to an
decided
agreement.
to-
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Catamus has been getting XP all this time.
Yeah.
But I thought it was because I was actually physically like Lottie would not have actually been just hanging around. She was somewhere else with their parole officer.
Well, Catamus has not been here.
Just take it.
Yeah, all for one, one for all here.
take the level and run.
Go on, take the level and run.
It's not going to do anything right now, though.
Well, it might give you some more hit points.
Yeah.
Which
Spell slots.
I'd rather not do that in the middle of a session.
Okay, I understand that. Bori, is that the end of your turn?
In action to try to escape, right?
Oh yeah, did you want to try to escape?
Yeah, I guess I will. Yeah, I'll just use my action to try and escape. And fail.
You're still hugging that tongue.
Still hugging the tongue, hopefully not licking the tongue back.
We're talking Bori here, so all bets are off.
That's why I said hopefully. I'm...
Assign yourself a percentage and roll the percentage and see if you are or not.
Oh wow, a low and a high. So you had advantage on that? So I'm guessing 23. You're probably, unless you want to be licking it.
No, that was we were just goofing around with what Hugo said. Yep, Bori's in attempting to escape, he's trying to lick the tongue and creep the toad out, and it didn't work.
Hugo, I think it's a good thing it's your turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to attempt an escape.
Oh, and Hugo nimbly springs free of the toad's grasp. So Hugo is no longer grappled. Oops.
And I go ahead and draw my weapons.
You know, I
That'll do
wish
it.
I'm having a hard time seeing exactly. There we go. It kept putting like the little speech bubble thing over your portrait when I was trying to rotate it. Okay, draw your weapon. Do you have like pencil and paper?
I do indeed, but I'm not actually doing that right now.
Oh, well, you said draw your weapon. So
That's true, I did. And actually, I said weapons,
weapons.
plural.
He's a bard on the edge.
He's a
That's right.
bard. He's a bard on the edge.
Which means now, hang on, my AC goes up by 1. There we go. That's it for me.
Okay.
Well, actually, oh no, because yeah, it was your action. That's right. Never mind.
Giant toad number 1 no longer has a mouthful of Hugo. Yes, that did absolutely sound better in my head. Ahoy there, Farg. So giant toad number 1 is like, yeah, this guy escapes, I'll show him. And he tries to bite Hugo again. And he succeeds. And now Hugo is really hurting. And also needs to give me, what is it? Athletics or I don't. Anyway, the save. And Hugo manages to avoid being grappled, but he does take a fair amount of damage. And the toad kind of looks like, okay, that was good, but that was also bad. Man, I don't know. So, giant toad number 3 is knocked prone. What kind of a save does he need?
It's half his movement to stand up.
Yeah,
Oh,
not that big a deal, especially if you're a giant frog.
okay, he's just gonna stand up.
Well, not really stand. I mean,
Well, hop up. He's going to hop
Roll
up,
over.
but since he does still have a mouthful of Punchy. Wait, isn't Punchy grappled? I thought Punchy.
so I think you're going to want to remove that prone effect then, which I assume you can do.
Oh, did you put the prone effect on him?
Correct.
I'm not seeing it. Oh, effects
If
prone.
you can remove any effect that you have applied as a player.
Okay, it's off anyway.
It
I
did
don't
seem
see
to
the
be
things in the combat
immediately
tracker though.
possible. So,
How do you
yeah.
do it on the map?
So if you look at the little figure in the upper right corner, the effects thing, you just drag the condition right on the thing.
But with the
Well, yeah, try it on, but how do you remove?
well, on the
Well, that's what I
combat
was just asking.
well,
But
on the combat tracker for the player side, the last button on the row that looks like a winged boot is effects, and you can click that, and the effects that you have applied, like I can remove my resist poison because I applied it to me, but I can't remove the grapple because that was applied by the DM.
Ah. Anyway, he still gets his action, right? He just uses movement.
Yeah.
And he's very annoyed at Punchy right now. So he's gonna try
that
to.
happens a lot.
He's gonna see if he can take a bite out of Punchy. And again, he's going to miss. And he's still gulping air and looking like he really wants to burp, but it's just not working. Giant toad number 2 has a mouthful of Bori and can't really do anything. So he's just going to kind of hop in place very excitedly and sort of ribbit around Bori, which probably doesn't work very well. And that brings up the lovely Lottie Laserstein, I, or
Lottie,
Laserstein. I can never remember.
twin spelling works so well. Lottie's gonna go all in, but this time she's gonna reach into some toad brains and try to mind spike.
Ooh. I don't
She's
think I
gonna
would do
send
that
a
with
mind
Bori, but
spike. She's gonna send a mind spike to Toad 2 and the one right next to Toad 4. So
okay,
2
that is
fails.
yep.
4 fails. Yay!
Yay! Spike those toad mines!
I'm sure that sounded better in your head.
It did.
So Lottie stabs the toad holding Bori with her brain.
And the toad gets stabbed in the brain, falls over, and ribbits to death.
And then she stabs the one near her that's really scary with her brain. She does 8 damage. Damn it! Like, if that had been reversed, it would have been awesome!
It would have been awesome. As it is, he's not that heavily damaged. Yeah, this encounter is actually quite a bit tougher than I thought it was gonna be.
Uh-oh! Wild magic surge!
Yay! Yay! We finally got one!
We've only been waiting for almost a year.
Actually more than a year.
Has it been?
Yeah, because
that's the
last
first
year
one I've ever done.
we had at least 1 or 2 episodes before the Halloween episode last year.
That's true, we did.
And the
Yeah.
Halloween
So-
episode, which I wasn't actually planning a specific Halloween episode, but I will have to add something spooky for next week.
I don't have access to any tables, so I can't roll on it.
Oh, I don't I thought you would have access. Is that something I can load
It's
from
in
the
the
library?
tables. There's a default wild magic table in tables. Oh, let me see if there's one here somewhere. Maybe a limit. Oh,
Should
here
be
you
in
go.
player's handbook, yeah.
No, I need something loaded. Let's see.
Roll your D100. I got the table.
Yeah.
Oh yay, somebody's got a table.
Or
Oh,
I
Wild
can
Mage
roll it for
Surge.
you if you want. Yeah. 11.
71.
That 71. That looks like a 1.
I'm scrolling,
71.
I'm scrolling.
You gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet! I like that one.
Now, how do you determine?
Determine.
I think we'll probably just do that one manually
Like-
rather than code everything in the
Oh,
wild
I
magic
But
can
table.
add it to myself. Yeah.
Yeah, but how much resistance?
Resistance is
You
it's
type.
halved. Like it's not like third edition where there's a resist number. Anything with resistance is automatically halved. Round down.
Ah,
Wait.
excellent.
How do I actually add one to myself? I'm like I'm like trying to use the effects thing, but
Just effect resist : space all.
yeah, it's not letting me type.
Oh,
Right click the row and then add the arrow and then the person for add action then add effect.
Where would you type that?
That would be on your actions tab.
I-
You create a new row for it.
I just added it.
She got it already.
Oh, okay.
Although it'd be D10 or D10, not duration 10, not duration 1. That's 10 rounds.
Yeah, like I'm totally not following what you're talking about because I'm only used to doing this from the other side.
That's alright.
Yeah, I'm looking at the combat tracker and I put effect resist all, but I don't really know what to do from there. I don't even know.
I don't
what
think
these-
you need
Oh,
the
duration.
effect part.
Duration.
Yeah, duration 10 instead of duration. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I did that right.
You did.
Yay! And Lottie, do you have anything else?
Nope. That's about all I can do.
Okay. Giant toad number 4. You know, I hate to have toad number 4 attack you because giant toad number 4 could pretty easily. Well, I'll tell you what,
Not.
I'm not going to let any of you guys die unless for some reason you
Oh,
decide.
let me have it.
Yeah, I would say not now that she's got resistance to every damage type for the next 10 rounds.
Unfortunately, that is a hit. I was hoping he would miss.
You're just rolling too well tonight.
14.
Oh, that didn't resist it.
That didn't resist. I only should have had 7.
Okay, so you actually took. Oh,
I should have 2 hit points.
Woohoo!
Okay, you are still alive. But to see if you are grappled, let me remove the unconscious from you as well. Need an athletics or whatever the heck the other check was.
Acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics check. You are grappled.
I am going to. I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos, which allows me to re-roll an ability check or saving throw
Oh.
or attack roll.
Okay.
Or-
If I do another wild magic surge roll.
Or you can use your DM inspiration to do the same thing. Or is that just advantage? I can't remember.
I can't either.
No wild magic surge.
That's a shame. I liked having a wild magic surge.
And I'm going to use my bardic inspiration to add to that 10.
Okay.
Oh, damn it!
Oh,
12!
no, but don't forget, you're still missing your +2 for your acrobatics, too. That 10 didn't. That was just a
Oh,
d20
it
roll.
didn't.
That wasn't
Why
acrobatics.
didn't that roll?
So that's a 14.
Oh, it's
Okay.
actually 14?
You are not
Okay.
grappled. You have escaped from being grappled.
Whee!
Wait, does that mean she gave the toad a slip of the tongue?
Yes.
Ba-dum-bum.
No, the toad stuttered.
Yeah. Moving on. Because actually, you know, one of you may have a kinky sex life that we're going to get into in a future episode. So, Punchy, you're up.
Oh, really?
Punchy is seeing Lottie in danger, and really I can't heal, but what I can do is take a leap, open myself to attack. Well, let's see. No, I don't have to technically. Let me see.
You could disengage.
Right, I can do a step of the wind. So I'll spend a key point and do a step of the wind, and then I'm just going to jump over. And I'm going to punch.
Punch that toad. Well,
I rolled a 2.
you're going to punch the air around the toad.
I'm going to help you. And, you know.
Do you have anything else up your
No,
sleeve?
I think that's my bonus action on Step of the Wind. And I would need my bonus action to do Flurry of Blows. And there's really nothing else I'm going to move to. So I think I'm just going to stay where I am.
I'm going to skip real quick over Lulu so the toads don't realize she's there. Whoops. I skipped a little too fast over Lulu. And that will bring up Bori, who
Alright,
needs to roll athletics or acrobatics to see if he is
No,
grappled.
because my toad
Oh yeah, your toad died.
grappling me is dead.
You're
Yeah,
no
so
longer grappled.
I am no longer grappled. But what I would like to do is shift over here without leaving combat range, so I can touch Hugo in the back of the head and
Bonk.
give him a cure light wounds.
I'm sure he would appreciate that, considering he's down to 9 hit points.
Oh.
Hey, every little bit helps.
And then as a bonus action, we will move the spiritual hammer 20 feet.
These are 5-foot squares, by the way.
Well, 15 feet, technicalities, whatever.
How far are you allowed to move it?
20.
Okay. So you can't quite hit both toads.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to hit both toads anyway, but I just want to
Oh,
get
it's
it
a single
closer to
target?
toad one.
I thought it was like a 5-foot
Oh, yeah.
radius.
No. I can only hit one at a time.
Okay. And does toad number 3 need to make a save? Oh, that's a hit.
No,
That's right. You
he's
just need
going
to
to get smacked.
smack that toad. Okay.
Smack that toad up
He's
with a
taking
piece of pork.
a little more damage.
I'm trying to say that with a straight face and failing mightily. And that's my movement, my action, and my bonus action, and that's my turn.
Woohoo!
Hugo.
All right. I am going to attack giant toad number 1.
Okay. And how would you like to attack him?
With my rapier.
That's a hit.
Alright, so I'll give him the damage.
Hey, good evening, Flynn. Thank you for being here. We're beating up on some toads. Ooh, and toad number 1, not number 3, toad number 1 is feeling some pain now.
Okay, hang on. And now I'm going to use a bardic inspiration to do a defensive flourish, since I am in the College of Swords.
Ooh.
Defensive flourish. You can expend one use of your bardic inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. The damage equals the number you roll on the bardic inspiration die, which in this case will be a d6. You also add the number rolled to your AC until the start of your next turn.
Well, that sounds handy.
It takes another 5 points of damage. I don't know how to apply it for them, though.
Okay, that's on toad number 1. Another 5 points?
Yes, correct.
Okay. He now has another 5 points of damage, and his little dot just turned color, so yay.
And then, as my bonus action, I will use my short sword and attack him with my short sword.
Wait, the flourish that isn't a bonus action?
Hang on, let me double check. When you take the attack action, walking speed increased by 10. No, it does not say that. It just says that, yeah, so no.
That's pretty cool.
That's a very cool.
I don't know if I can link it anywhere, but drop it somewhere to somebody. But anyways, Blade
Oh,
Flourish under College of Swords.
That is a hit. Big money, big money! Was that 4 damage? Oh, okay, never mind. It took a minute for the damage to come up. Okay, giant toad number 1 is bleeding profusely. He's still,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know whether you would call it standing because he's a toad, but
he hasn't croaked yet.
he has not.
Oh.
Come on, everybody was thinking it.
That is
Somebody had to
great.
do it.
That's terrible. He has not yet croaked. And it is his turn. And Hugo, why is it not working? There we go. And Hugo, he is not happy with you. So he is going to once again try to bite you. And he is going to bite some air and be left going phooey. However, giant toad number 3 is not biting air. And wait, why is I'm looking at the wrong thing. Um, should or
No, sorry. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
okay, I thought giant toad number 3 is not biting air. Well, maybe he is. We'll see. He's going to turn around and try to bite Bori, and he is biting air. I guess I
Nope,
have
no.
Bori's old dice, and that brings up Lottie.
Lottie's gonna disengage and run away.
That would be wise because Lottie has 2 hit points left. This may be well. Actually, no. I think I've had one of you down to 0 or 1 at one point, but that's almost the closest I've ever come to killing one of you.
Wait. You seem to be forgetting our session zero attack against the bugbears and hobgoblins
Yeah.
that reduced that incapped 3 of us and almost
We were
killed
dropping
Hugo.
like it's hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the very, very first session, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
But you know, sometimes people take damage. It's,
Night
it's the
Revels
Adventurer's Curse.
is indeed happening this year, Farg, and I think it starts next week. But normally on my stream, I wouldn't normally answer that unless I happen to be running DDO.
Tomorrow.
Ah, there you have it.
And Lottie, Lottie gestures to Lulu. Come here, get away with me, Froggy.
And does Lulu scurry over to Lottie?
Yes.
Okay. She's kind of holding behind. Yeah, I can just hear the little cockroach go. Okay, and that brings up Giant Toad number 4, who now has no one in front of him to attack except the halfling. And I think he's feeling kind of left out because he's looking over at Bori thinking, geez, I'm being offered a gnome and a halfling. Those guys get all the meaty ones. So he's going to try to bite Punchy. This time, Punchy has not escaped the wrath of the toad. Oh, toads lay long strings of eggs like a necklace of flowers. Okay, that might come in handy to know. Punchy takes a fair amount of damage from Giant Toad number 4, who at least looks glad to have gotten a bit of a meal.
But I don't have any damage.
Oh, I did that wrong. I actually rolled it on the toad, so I gave the toad the damage. Erps.
That was a good plan.
Bite your own tongue.
Okay, so Punchy is merely wounded. He takes 2 less damage than he would have otherwise.
Yay.
And now it's his turn. Avenge
All
your
right.
damage!
Time to avenge anyone who would try to attack Lottie and also Lulu. So I'm going to do my attack. Oh, by the way, also I took the opportunity here between kind of lulls and active action to set up an unarmed weapon, so I'm not using a light hammer anymore. So that when my unarmed strike does at level 5 go up to the next die, it won't be an issue.
Cool. That's a hit.
All right. And I'm going to spend a key point and do 2 more.
Excellent. Oh, that is a miss.
Boom, boom. Nope. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. And Lulu, we're skipping over really quick because we
like
don't
my
want the
warlock.
we don't want the toads to know she's there because, you know, toads are insectivorous. And that brings up Bori!
Alright, so first thing we're gonna do here is Lottie's out of danger right now. And Hugo, how bad's Hugo looking? Oh, he's okay. Ish.
Yeah, Lottie's looking pretty bad. Hugo is compared to Lottie, Hugo's doing very well.
Alright, so we're gonna move the hammer up over here to try and off Giant Toad number 1.
That is a hit.
There are
Doesn't
more of
need
these
much.
dice are on
Come
fire
on,
tonight.
spiritual hammer. And the spiritual hammer hammers that toad into
Sweet.
the ground.
Get slapped!
Nailed him. Ba-dum-bum. Is there anything else
And,
Bori would like to do?
oh yes, oh yes.
Oh,
Bori would
Because that's
most
just a
certainly.
spiritual hammer, so you've still got plenty you can do.
Yeah, that was just my bonus action. And then we're gonna sit here and crunch or attempt to crunch him with the warhammer.
That's a hit. Ooh, very nice.
And you know
Giant.
what? You know what it is, Bonnie? This is payback for everything the warlock did on Saturday. I, I
It's like,
think I think I had 14 attacks and one landed.
it's a good thing your next session's going to be like mostly talking next time.
Right. So that is my turn.
Okay. Hugo. You could conceivably finish off Giant Toad number 3, but it would take a really superb hit. Smashed chicken with slime.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and attack him with my rapier.
That is a hit.
And then again, I use my bardic inspiration to do a defensive flourish. So another 3 points.
Okay, so another 3 points, and that's on number 3.
Correct. And my bonus action is
Wait. You have to do actual damage for your rapier.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
do, don't I?
You
That
hit
might
him, but
help.
you didn't. Yeah, you hit him, but you didn't actually shank him yet.
Details. Thanks.
Okay, Giant Toad number 3 is not in good shape.
Okay, and then as my bonus action, attack him with my short sword.
You can finish him here, unless
Not
you
with
miss.
that roll, I don't think.
Nope. So he is clinging to his little toad life. And is that it for your turn?
Yes.
This brings up Giant Toad number 3, and he is going to attack Bori, because Bori looks like the best meal.
Because of
And
course he is.
he's going to go bear. Lottie.
Lottie is going to cast a spell at something.
Okay.
She is going to firebolt
Ooh, burn it with
Giant
fire!
Toad 3 because it looks like it's pretty frazzled.
It is indeed frazzled. That is a hit. You should be able to
Big
finish
number,
him
no
off here.
whammies.
Giant
Whee!
Toad number 3 could now become... Whoops. I took off the effect.
Fried toad legs for you, Bori.
Corvair
Yay!
Fried Toad. But now, it's Giant Toad. Unless Lottie had something else. Do you have like a bonus action? Can you heal yourself now?
No.
Okay. Giant Toad number 4 is going to take a bite out of Punchy. Not in the face! Not in the face! Giant Toad number 4 is going to miss. Punchy.
All right.
Make him
time.
regret that miss.
Well, let's start with a regular attack.
Okay, that's a hit.
Nice. Got 3 points of damage there, and yeah, I'll spend my last key point and do 2 more attacks.
Okay. That is also a hit.
All right, make a dex save or be prone.
Dex save, dex save. I must have just strength save. I'm guessing the toad is prone. He rolled a 6.
Cool. Okay, it's now prone then, and I'm going to use my second attack.
That's a hit. Another 4 points of damage. Whittling him down
Now
nicely.
it needs to make a strength save.
It rolled an 18. So,
Alright, nothing.
not pushback. Giant toad number 4.
Yeah,
What are you
I'm-
looking for in a man, woman? Fresh meat.
I'm not sure you can actually push him any further because I think he's up against the wall, anyways.
Well,
Well,
it's kind of a diagonal wall. He could push back a little bit, I guess. Not that it would really super matter.
it was really just kind of the, you know.
It's the principle of the matter.
Exactly. Giant toad number 4 has taken a fair bit of damage, but still has a fair amount left.
Ellie is
Bori.
just getting pummeled by a halfling
This is true.
with 11 strength now.
Alright, so let's see what we got here. It's 20 feet for me, but spiritual weapon can't go quite that far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next round, floating celestial ham. And we will pummel it with a warhammer.
That's gonna hit.
Smack!
Oh, well, it says heavy damage. He's hurting. He's probably going down this round. We'll see.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Hugo.
Alrighty, I'm going to sheathe one of my weapons. That's a free action.
Okay.
As a bonus action, just a second here. Yeah, I'm gonna throw down a. Well, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna throw down a healing word on Lottie.
I am sure that Lottie will appreciate that much.
Woohoo!
12 hit points is a lot better than 2.
Hit points are cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as my action, I'm going to cast a vicious mockery on the toad.
I want to hear what you say to him, and keep in mind he is prone, so I believe that gives you advantage.
No, he's making a saving throw.
Oh.
And I tell him, I don't want to hurt you. I just don't want you to be alive anymore.
That was pretty lame, but maybe it will work on the toad. Nope. The toad rolls a 19 and looks at Hugo and says in toad talk, which you probably can't understand, that was pretty lame.
Hey, they can't really make you good.
Okay, Lottie.
Lottie is going to firebolt again because it's the most convenient for being far away from scary toads.
But it's ranged spell attack against the prone creature, so she gets disadvantage.
Yes.
Oh, because it's
Oh.
I forget it's prone.
Right.
All right, so she runs up to.
Just in case that changes your
One,
changes
two,
your plans.
She runs up to him and does a touchy thing instead.
Oh boy, do I really want to know the details of this?
She's
Oh.
gonna yeah.
I mean,
she's
are there going to
to
be
give
like
it-
little sorcerer gnome toadlets running around?
Wait, do I need to hit the advantage button?
Yes. Well, no, it should.
It should do it.
Auto-calculate.
It's gonna do it automatically.
It did it for mine at least.
Okay. She is going to shocking grasp this toad.
The toad is shocked to be grasped, but Lottie does indeed grasp him. We don't need to know where, just roll damage. Ooh, very nice. Now, Giant Toad 4 is really, really hurting.
Oh, it's still alive.
It
Starting
is-
to give off an aroma that is
Prone.
probably, you know.
And Lottie, was that it for you?
That's it for
Half-cooked.
me.
Okay, it is now Giant Toad's turn, and I mean, Toads, look at all that dwarf flesh exposed by his lingerie, and it's got to be Bori.
Yeah,
And
actually, you
should-
want to remove the prone because presumably it gets up.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
assuming he's
yeah.
going to spend half his movement to get up before he tries to munch on the
Yes,
succulent dwarf flesh.
yes, he is. He is now standing once again, but he still misses. There we go. And Punchy, you can finish him off here.
Theoretically possible.
Finish
Not
him.
like that. That's a miss.
Oh, and I'm out of keys, so that's that. Oh, I could actually use bonus action. Yeah, I get 2 attacks, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's also a miss.
Okay. Now I'm done.
Lulu is still hiding from the toad because toads eat insects. So, Bori, finish off the toad. Call him a frog. That's perfect.
Time to make toad soup.
For vicious mockery, if you get a chance to use it again on a toad, you should be like, Kirby, Kirby, Kirby.
I just thought of a better vicious mockery. How do you make fun of a toad? You ribbit.
Oh.
Oh,
Better or
moo.
worse?
Moo.
Oh dear.
Alright.
That is a hit.
Spiritual hammer at the back of giant toad for his head.
The spiritual hammer hammers the toad into the earth, and the toad dies.
Splat.
And you each get, how many of them were there? Were 4? With
Yep.
800 XP divided by, so 160 XP each.
May I suggest we take a short rest after that and use some hit dice and get our key points back and all that?
I am, in this case, going to allow that.
Okay, hang on.
Go back to Beggar's Hole and get some
Um,
toad repellent.
One moment, please. I have to check on something.
It's 5th level, you get them back on a short rest. If you're talking about your inspirations.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Not what I was thinking.
Oh.
Ah, there it is. Beginning at 2nd level, you can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creature can hear you performance, regain hit points at the end of the short rest. Each creature gains an extra 1d6.
Because if they use... That's Song of Rest. It's if they use a hit die to heal.
Correct.
Which I just did.
Yep.
Yeah, if we're doing a short rest, then I'm gonna do a hit die.
I was going to do a prayer of healing, but if we can get a short rest in, let's use some hit dice instead of spell slots.
So here's my poem of rest, which I also have on my document here for my bard stuff. It's basically Invictus by William Ernest Henley.
Should you all gather in the same spot, by the way? How
As
close
long
do
as
you
they
have
can
to
hear
be?
me, so
Okay.
it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Very nice.
What does that mean?
You get an
Don't
extra
make Bori
D6
think about it.
of healing.
Oh,
I
that's
think he's
handy.
saying that when he farts, it's his own fault.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Okay, so how do you actually use your hit die to heal?
I think it's on your
on the-
character sheet.
You just
Yep,
roll the
main tab
dice
of
from
your
your main sheet.
Yeah, there's a bottom center hit dice. You can just click that and it'll spit it in the.
Okay.
Just like that. The D6 you'll have to apply manually though. And if you wish to use more than one, you can use more than one. You can use as many as you want, up to your full 4.
Yeah.
Oh, so we were supposed to roll an extra d6 for the bard song.
That is correct. Everybody rolls a d6 and adds that to your healing.
Oh, goody, I got a 6.
Ooh, very nice. So we are almost all healed up again, yes?
Yeah, I'm still down 8, but I'm doing okay.
I got a paper cut.
I could probably take a cure if someone's got the
Well,
room to
I mean,
spare,
you
but
can.
not.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying is while we're taking a short rest, you can use another hit die, and that way we can save our spell slots for combat heals.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, drop another one if you want
Okay,
to tip top up.
so
Oh, yeah,
Hugo's
never
down
mind then.
6, Lottie's down 1, everybody else is healthy, and now, whoops, didn't mean to do next actor. I meant to
I
give
just
you a
want to
short
say,
rest.
Hugo, I think that was the smartest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
It definitely sounded smarty.
Well, thank you.
Maybe we should go back to Beggar's Hole and buy some toad repellent.
Oh, we are going to be wrapping up here pretty soon because one of the reasons we're starting an hour and a half earlier is because I'd kind of like to get done before midnight. I'm
So
slowly, just about the time I think, okay, I finally got an encounter that will challenge you guys, and then I go too far in the other direction. Bori, you might not want to go down that way just yet. I mean, okay, so you're standing in this room. And
if he
like I
was
said,
left unsupervised, he's probably going to waddle over to the.
well, I was kind of hoping. You're done with the spiritual hammer for now?
For now, yes. Oh, that expired a long time ago,
Okay.
and
Yeah, my resistance is probably expired.
Oh,
But yeah, if we've short rested, it definitely is expired.
that's gone.
Oh, it's not even on the combat tracker anymore anyway.
That was the best
Yeah.
search ever!
I think your bardic inspiration is gone too.
Yes, I used it.
So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, if he's left unsupervised and for a period of time, he's going to waddle over there and put his face in the hole.
Okay, so you guys are just going to head right for the hallway to the south. You're not going to look through the room.
Oh. I guess if there's
I
something
mean,
noticeable.
Are the frogs carrying loot?
The frogs are not. They're. I actually have worked for once. I actually have worked some loot in places,
Whoa!
but not from the toads.
Well, Lulu, while she's
I'll
staying with
tell
the
you what.
frogs, she'll search the
I'd
room.
like to like put you back up here because the people watching at home are probably like, yeah, don't go down there because they can see things you can't. So I'm going to put you back up here where you were resting, just because because DM reasons that I can't tell you about.
Plot reasons.
Yeah.
So are we poking around the room, I suppose?
Is that a corner? That is a corner.
That is a corner. If you want to give me, I will take either perception or investigation check for any area of the room you want to check out. And you think you've got a pretty good handle on things, but you don't find anything in that corner.
Which ones now? Perception or what?
Perception or investigation. And none of you are finding anything.
Not even Punchy 16?
Well, how far do you think this perception investigation, how big of a radius do you think it has?
Oh,
Lulu searches in her little place where she is.
If there was anything there, that's the one of the boarded up mine shafts, and there is nothing to find there.
Aw, darn.
But how close do you have to be? I see that sometimes too poor. You have big toenails, sometimes real nails in them.
yep, I have feet.
So yeah, I'm actually not aware of the correctness. How far do you have to be from something to perceive it with the perception?
It's
I,
usually down to you, like,
I
for...
don't.
Okay, I'm going to say you will need to be within 15. I'll be nice. I'll give you 20 feet to find this
Ooh.
because I am asking for kind of a high roll.
So, there's 20 feet from my feet.
Okay, and what did you roll?
Bad.
13. Yeah, you find nothing.
I find my feet.
I'm also going to move it just a teeny bit to make it more likely that someone will find it. Nope, nope. Lulu absolutely would have found it. Punchy would have found it if he had been closer.
Does this have anything to do with the
Hugo
rock in the
would
room?
have found it. The rock in the room?
Yes, if this is stone walls, stone
No.
floors. Darn.
Has nothing to do with rocks. Geez, every other time you guys are checking out these perfectly ordinary rooms where I didn't hide anything, and you're rolling these perception checks and it's like you didn't find anything because there's nothing to find. And this time there's something to find, and you're either rolling badly or not in the right place. Hugo, you need to roll a little better.
Hugo has
Yep.
feet too.
I mean, I'm certainly open to Hugo does indeed have feet.
Oh my god.
I don't see
It is the
anything.
unfound
this is just
treasure.
rocks. It's just rocks. We should leave.
Its feet are way more interesting than these rocks.
All I'm finding
Finally!
are guts.
Wow. Finally. Okay, Hugo realizes that there's like a little nest on the ground. It seems to have some kind of like longish gray fur in it. And in it, there's a potion, 2 potions of healing.
Oh, those are
But what
handy.
if they're... don't touch them. What if they're potion of healing babies? Then its potion of healing mother won't want to raise them.
Don't want to disturb the biome.
Why is it not letting me drag this over here? Okay, I'll just type it in.
I don't think it matters if we disturb the Bible bone if we already killed everything.
Oh, you already had 4
Oh,
potions of
right,
healing.
right.
So now,
Yeah, we did
actually,
do that.
We've got potions of healing?
You've got 6 potions of healing in the party inventory.
I'm taking something then.
Well, they're just labeled potion in the party inventory. They're not identified.
Oh. So you would need to identify them. I keep forgetting about stuff like that. So meanwhile, like I said, you found on fur, and you realize you've sort of been hearing these snores, and you suddenly realize you hear a growl, and there are 2 winter wolves who are looking at you, and they are growling at you, and they are blocking access to the south because you just went in their den and took some of their stuff.
Well, this worked last time.
But
Pitcher of gravy over the head.
I
Pour
am
it down like a waterfall.
I'm actually thinking that would be a good place to call it for tonight because these are two winter wolves who have a lot of hit points, and I don't think it's going to be an overly short fight. So I'm thinking this would be a good place to call it, and we'll pick up here in 2 weeks, which would be on October 23rd, which is the night before I turn 29 again. So it's going to be like slash Halloween, Even's birthday, try to kill the party, or try not to kill the party with wolves type of night. So thank you guys for playing. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back here 2 weeks from tonight, Wednesday, October 23rd, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on twitch.tv/DDO_even. You have no idea how much I wish I had left the underscore out because it's just a mouthful to say when you're saying all the rest of it. And I'll be live on DDO stream this Sunday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, doing something in DDO. Probably either hardcore or Night Rebels. I'm thinking probably Night Rebels. We'll see. But thank y'all for watching, and have a great night.
Bye.